Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to our first episode of, what are we calling this? What's on Tap?
What's on Tap
Podcast. I already forgot the name. We're off to a rousing start, where we have a master drinker and a master brewer together. Each episode will go to a different bar or food place. And try some food, try some drinks, and talk about what they have on tap, and review a couple of beers and the location that we're at. I am your host, Stefan.
And I'm Mathias.
And we're very excited about this first episode. So we decided to go to Lund, Sweden. So we're both based in Europe, so most of our beers will probably be European-based. There'll be a few American beers in there, but it'll be mostly kind of a European-based beer podcast. We're very excited about that because I haven't seen too many European-based beer podcasts out there.
We'll probably get into new market. Probably get into some of the stuff like when we trade over from the U.S.
Yeah.
So if we get any exclusive U.S. bottles over here, we'll probably review that on the show as well.
Oh, definitely. I know we have a lot of stuff ordered, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
The first place we're at a place called Tugg Burgers in Lund, Sweden, and I am American, so my Swedish and pronunciation of all things Scandinavian will be severely butchered. I'm sure everyone will really appreciate that. So Tugg Burgers opened a year or so ago?
Oh, not even.
No.
They opened this spring.
Oh, the spring. Okay,
yeah.
I thought
Spring 2016.
I thought I just missed their opening.
I think it was March or April, spring 2016.
So Lund is a small college town in southern Sweden. It's probably the third largest city in Skåne.
For sure.
In this, which is the southern, we'll call it state, southern section region of Sweden. And it's just a great place. They have amazing burgers, and we're really looking forward to that.
Best burger place in southern Sweden right now.
Really, you think so?
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Better than Brewdog or...
Well,
I'm a really fan of Surf Shack. I love Surf Shack burgers.
I know. I loved Surf Shack as well, but since I tried these burgers here, I think this is a lot better, actually.
Okay, well,
so
we'll see.
But I mean, the Brewdog burgers are absolutely amazing. But if you want to go for like the classic smash burgers, then I think this is the place.
Okay.
But Brewdog has a different concept where they have like the nutty professor
it's
with
funky
the
gourmet
butter.
kind of
Exactly.
high-end burgers. Yeah,
This is basically just like the smash burger concept.
of course. So you're excited? This is your first podcast ever that you've recorded?
Yes,
something new and different.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Nervous? Don't be nervous.
A little bit nervous.
Nothing to be nervous about. It's exciting times. I've podcasted quite a bit. Probably.
Your wife told me that.
Over the last 10 years, I've probably did 7 different podcasts at some point, covering everything from obscure horror films to marketing to film history. So it's usually been in that range.
How come none of them are still around?
Well, usually what happens is I get to around 70 episodes and then life just gets in the way and I can't get back into it. So it's I got to 100 episodes on my marketing podcast one. And that was a lot of fun. I did it with a woman out of Canada, and
nice.
did a Link or Skype podcast.
That's kind of fun. And then since now basically your life revolves kind of around beer. So.
It does. I have shifted tastes and habits and interest into hardcore beer drinking.
So that's life is not going to get in the way of this one.
No, it won't. Life will always provide you with more things to drink and more places to visit, which is great.
And more food to taste.
And more food to taste, of course. So that's why I've shifted, gravitated away from film podcast into beer podcast because as you get older, taste and hobbies change. So very excited about that. But you've been brewing for a while now.
Yeah. So for
Have you ordered it?
yeah. 83.
Cheeseburger?
Yeah. The double cheese is over
that's
here.
double cheese.
Exactly. Thank you.
And here's a double muffin.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, that looks great.
Thank you.
All right, our food just arrived. I got to tell you, this burger does look amazing.
That is a big one.
Yeah, it is. That's what she said. Anyway, so we won't start eating yet. We'll wait. So our first beer for the because now we're ready to get into the burgers because
Because the burger in front of you, you can't really,
exactly.
You can't really take away.
It's hard to focus.
Yeah,
exactly. So let's just set it to the side for the moment. But it looks great. We'll take photos of it and post it on our Instagram account that goes with this.
Yes.
So our first beer tonight is from Beerbliotek.
Beerbliotek.
Beerbliotek. I've been saying it wrong all these years. Beerbliotek out of Gothenburg, Sweden, or Göteborg, Sweden.
Exactly.
Göteborg, Sverige. And it is the, what is it? It's
The Go Zest Lemon.
Peel Session. Peel Session.
Peel Session Pale Ale.
Obviously,
real
my
tongue twister.
English is not working well for me today. And it's a lemon pale ale. So, what do you think about this?
Well, I'm kind of excited about it because I usually like, and as you were saying before, I've been brewing for a while as well. So I've been experimenting a little bit with using zest in my beers as well. And it usually gives a really crisp, like, freshness to it. And usually gets a really nice citrusy character, depending on what kind of zest you use.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about, I think mostly the smell would probably be the one thing that I'm really excited about, but also if you get that really tart, lemony flavor to it.
Yeah, I think with, since we're talking zest here, I'm expecting it to be a little more bitter.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting more of a furniture, polishy kind of lemon.
Well, the
scent
bitterness,
to it.
the bitterness is really only if you zest it too far down into the shell. Like if you get down to the white bits, that's only when you get like the massive bitterness from it. So what you usually do when you're brewing with it is that you only pick the outermost part of it.
Okay.
Because then you avoid all of that bitterness, so you can only get like the flavor extraction from it.
Yeah, but I'd be willing to bet that this will be a little bitter on the lemon edge.
I think you're wrong.
Well, we will soon find out. Untapped gives us a 3.228, and so that does not bode well for this. I was expecting it to be a little bit higher, kind of surprised, because Beerbliotek's stuff usually gets a pretty good
They
rating.
usually get a really good rating.
I had their
Bobek
Bobek
Citra,
Citra earlier.
Which is
and
also
it had-
one of their first beers. It's the
it was
fifth
05.
beer they made.
Right, so they number each one of their beers. So this is number
145.
Yeah, Go Zest Lemon's number 145. The Bobek Citra was number 5, and they have another one here called the
Hip Hops.
Hip Hops, which is probably my favorite one of theirs that I've tried.
The really nice thing, because I was up there visiting them in March this year, and they told me about the Hip Hops. So when they moved to their new brewery location, with the new tanks and everything, that the Hip Hops just turns out a lot better than it used to.
Oh, nice. So that's
I got
something
to taste it straight from the tank as well. That was really nice.
Speaking of tanks, do you know that they built a beer pipeline underneath Belgium, under Brussels?
Oh yeah.
That's what we call it. It's actually working now. They just put it into production. I'm completely shocked by that.
Did you see the Cantillon bomb storage?
No.
Yeah. You definitely have to check that out.
All right, I'll check that out.
So Jean-Pierre Roy at Cantillon, he actually spoke to the city of Brussels about making like a cultural heritage lambic thing.
Wow.
So they basically gave him like a big bomb shelter underneath the city of Brussels.
That is a country very dedicated to beer. That's amazing.
Yes.
All right, so for this, let's take a little whiff.
Let's get into it.
I smell zero lemon on here.
Yeah, it's not very much lemon on it, actually.
Even really getting my nose in there and giving it a big whiff. It's just getting right up in that thing. It's not lemony.
It's kind of like a hint of like, but it kind of turns into a musty lemony.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm saying a little furniture polishy kind of. And this is warmed up a little bit. It's not as cold from the bottle as when we reported it maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago.
It was actually quite a lot of sediment in the bottle as well.
Yeah, it's kind of hazy. I got a lot of sediment in mine. Did you get the sediment?
I got a ton.
We both got a lot of sediment.
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising.
Yeah,
All right,
and there's still a lot left in the bottle.
Yeah, so we didn't pour all the bottle out. There's still, about a tenth of it left in the bottle probably.
All right, we
ready?
Getting a little taste of that.
Skål. Wow,
that's actually kind of got a weird taste to it.
It's underwhelming. I have to say that has.
I was expecting a lot more like crisp freshness from it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, underwhelming is probably the word.
It's bitter,
but it's very earthy as well.
Yeah, it's extremely earthy. I did not expect that, but I don't get lemon. Like if there wasn't just lemon and zest all over this cover, all over the label, I would not have called this a lemon zest beer.
No, definitely not. I also wondering like how, because they've done quite a lot of beers since this, I think.
Yeah,
we should probably check what number they're up to now. So I'm wondering if this is like a one-off that has kind of gotten old and kind of.
Well, this is best before January of next year.
So I'm going to guess it's from January of this year.
That's possible. We're now in September, so it should still be okay. It should be fresh enough that you don't.
Well, the hops will definitely have faded.
Yeah.
And well, I'm guessing because I haven't really tried an aged lemon zest beer yet, but
No.
But yeah, I'm not.
You get a little spiciness in the aftertaste, like a little bit of the heat in the back of the tongue.
Not really.
No.
But I also had a sweet potato soup with chili for lunch today. So
Okay, well,
my chili taste buds
Palates
might not
are
be up
kind of thrown off.
to par.
I like the color. It's kind of a golden, peachy kind of color.
It's I would say a golden or a very light pale amber.
Yeah.
But I would have also expected this, since it's a lemon zest, I would have expected it to be a bit more on the really pale yellow side.
Yeah, that's another thing. I would have also expected it to be more pale yellow.
Yeah.
Instead of more of a dark amber. It definitely rings pale ale in the color, but I would expect it to be a brighter style.
And it's supposed to have lemony hops as well, or citrusy hops as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm a little bit disappointed, like in this compared to their other stuff, because their stuff is usually really on par. But yeah, this was a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I would say it's extremely underwhelming. I was really excited about this. I'd been putting off trying it because usually something like this is not my my
forte.
My forte, yeah, exactly. But this is just really not hitting any notes I would expect.
No.
I was really hoping for some upfront lemon. Like I said, a little bit of bitterness, and then have a definitely lemony peel kind of aftertaste. But I get
just like a crisp, refreshing, light pale ale with lemony.
Especially it's 4.8, so it's a session beer.
It's
a
a low
light,
ABV beer.
It's a low ABV. But it's just not hitting for me on any level whatsoever.
Their Bobic Citra is a lot better than.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. This is probably a low point on the.
I think the Untapped average score is kind of
generous, actually.
Just a tad. I think
of the 3.2, I would have given it.
Or out of a 5.
Out of a 5, yeah. But they gave it a 3.2 out of 5. Well, what do you want to rate this?
I'm hovering around a 2.25.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Right at 2.25.
For once, we're actually thinking the same thing.
For once, we are thinking the same.
Stefan is usually quite excited about his beer, so he's usually a 0.5 score higher rating than me at every beer.
I am a more generous lover and beer rater. So I usually rate things just slightly higher than Mathias, but I have to agree, we're both kind of... Yeah, I'm almost like 2.0 because I just want lemon.
Are you just showing off?
Well, no. I really want lemon out of this, like any kind of lemon. I just get zero lemon.
If it says lemon on the bottle, that's kind of what you want.
It's lemon on the peel. I mean, lemon on the label, the peel. Look at lemon peels. There's lemon on the label. It's called Go Zest Lemon.
And there's no lemon.
There's no lemon. Yeah. So, I kind of feel like...
It's a letdown, to be honest. If you do find it... I wouldn't take it again. I would not taste it again.
I would say
probably
pass
go for
on this.
Yeah,
I would say try something else. You are not going to be happy with this selection.
I would rather go for one of their new Berliner Weisses because they're really fruit forward.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Those are really good. Like the Passion for Gingers. Do you try that one?
No, I haven't tried that one yet.
That one is really, really fucking good.
That's another thing. They have great beer names usually. I mean, we're not showing it here with the Bobic Citra and the Go Zest Lemon, but their newer things have had really creative names and great titles. So that's been great. Well.
I think the one name that is my favorite still is the one that they were actually brewing when I was up there visiting them. They were just beginning to package it, I believe, and it was the what's it called? Roses on Your Piano, or What's Better Than Roses on Your Piano?
Yeah. What?
Do you know no? Tulips on Your Organ.
Tulips on Your nice. So I know that a lot of their beers recently have been joke or pun based, which is a lot of fun.
It's always a big hit in the beer community.
Yeah, people love that shit.
Yeah.
Eat it up. So, I actually have a Lagunitas Pale Ale. Do you want to review that as well while we're here?
Oh, you got the Lagunitas?
Yeah. I mean, we might as well. We got I had time. I was waiting. And
might as well.
Like I said, I am actually a huge fan of this. I rated this really high the first time I tried it. And upon retrying it, I still think it's a really good example of a pale ale.
It is a solid American pale ale.
Yeah, I mean,
one of the things with Lagunitas is that I think their IPAs have become really heavy on the caramel malts. So they're really, really malt heavy now.
Yeah.
Compared to what I was, and of course my palate has changed over the years as well. But I think their pale ale is still the one that I enjoyed the most still, like from trying them from the first get-go a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So, but their IPAs have just turned really too malty for me now.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Lagunitas IPAs either. I agree with you, a little too malty, but this pale ale is pretty much like a quintessential example of an American pale ale. Like,
I mean, just the
it's
color of it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's just beautiful, clear,
golden clear color.
And you really want to drink it. And then when you taste it, you're just like, this is just refreshing and easy to drink, and just like, for me, it's just a fun
and it's
beer.
still hop forward as well.
Yeah.
Like, you still get tons of hop aroma, even if this glass has been sitting here for a while now. I mean, you still get the hops from it.
I bought this probably half an hour ago.
Yeah.
And it still is.
I mean, that's really impressive.
It's room temperature, but it still has a nice caramelly, hoppy kind of flavor to it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, man, I could drink that all day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely your go-to every day.
It's a solid choice because it's always also readily available in most food places and drink places. So if there's nothing else that you want to try, it's always a solid go-to choice because you know it's always going to be excellent.
Exactly. All right, so I would give the Lagunitas probably a 4 because I just love it so much.
Yeah, I mean it's basically a quintessential example of a pale ale, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of the pale ale I judge other pale ales against sometimes, just to be this is really good.
We also have 2 pale ales against each other here, but now
Yeah.
we have a additional
but
flavored
these are-
one. It's 2 different beers.
Yeah,
completely.
it's very different. The Beerbliotek Go Zest Lemon was really bitter and harsh
And earthy.
Extremely earthy. The sediment in the bottle was really surprising. I did not expect that out of a pale ale.
Yeah.
But the Lagunitas pale ale was just refreshing and tasty and fun. I mean, it really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else you want to add in our first episode?
I don't think so. I think
right.
I'm not as nervous anymore for the next one.
Good. I think it'll be fun. We'll probably have some special episodes here or there. We're doing a rather exciting beer tasting later tonight, so there'll probably be some fun recordings coming off of that. So
For sure.
enjoy this first. Hope you enjoyed this first episode, and tell your friends. Look us up on Instagram for sure, because we'll definitely have a profile there. And I'm sure we'll have Facebook. At this time, we don't have anything else going on, so who knows what social media properties we'll be creating to support this endeavor.
I'd probably say Instagram at first.
Yeah, Instagram definitely, because that's very much a low end kind of starting point.
Yeah, most likely like Facebook as well.
Yeah, it's kind of your go-to kind of thing. Oh yeah. All right. Well, until next time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.